Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be talking about degrees, minutes, seconds form. And the way we're going to look at this is between 5 degrees and 6 degrees. Is there something in between there? And we do have those decimal degrees between, but there's another way we can write it. Some angles have decimal degrees, for example, like 26.5 degrees, like we see there. Angles with decimals can be expressed using degrees, minutes, second form, in which the degrees are subdivided into minutes and seconds. And the way that I want to describe this is, let's look at this. Let's look at it like a clock. Okay, let's look at this clock and talk for just a second. Now, as time progresses, let's just focus on this hour hand right here. It's pointing, looks to be about 2 o'clock here. Now, when it's 2 o'clock, as we progress past 2 o'clock, we don't just jump straight from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. This thing rotates. Every second, this thing is rotating. And here we see our tick marks between here, which represents the minutes between these 2 hours. You have the 2 o'clock hour and the 3 o'clock hour. Oops. And then you have, like, this would be right in the middle would be 2:30, but you would have, let's see, this would be, I guess since there's 5, this would be about 12 minutes past, 24 minutes past, 36 minutes past. So you have your sub intervals. And then even between those minute values, you have lots of little sub intervals between there that would represent second values. So the same way that a clock, as that minute hand moves, you can think of, or excuse me, hour hand, you can think of the hour hand as being kind of like a degree measurement because that thing rotates in degrees. So the same way that a clock is divided up into intervals, so is a degree. So here's how it rotates. Here's how how it breaks down. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and that should be pretty easy since 1 hour is also 60 minutes. 1 minute is divided into 60 seconds. So therefore, now we got to be careful here. So therefore, 1 degree would be how many seconds? We will have to be using this. Since 1 degree is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 seconds, 60 times 60, 1 degree would be 3,600 seconds. The same way that 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. The symbols for degrees, minutes, and seconds, we already know the symbol for degrees is the little circle. The symbol for minutes is like an apostrophe, and then the symbol for seconds is 2 apostrophes or like a quotation mark there. Converting degrees or decimals degrees to degrees, minutes, and seconds. Here's how we do it. Let me zoom back in. Follow the example below to convert 31.875 to degrees, minutes, second form. So if you have 31.875, first off, the 31 out front, that's the number of full degrees. So what we can do is we know that we have 31 full degrees, so we can go ahead and put that. Now what you're going to take is the remnant, the leftover, the 0.875. Now that's a partial degree. That's a portion of a degree. That's a portion of, and we know again, a full degree would be 60 minutes. So that's a portion of 60 minutes. The word of in math, anytime you're talking about a decimal or a fraction, the word of in math means multiply. So therefore, we're going to take our remnant and we're going to find what remnant of a full degree is that. So we're going to take our 0.875, we're going to multiply it by 60. So take the extra, multiply by 60, and you get 52.5. And again, that's minutes. So 0.875 of 60 is 52.5. So we knew it wouldn't be a full 60. We knew, again, it was going to be a remnant of it. So far we have 31 degrees. Now look, you have in front of the decimal, you have 52 full minutes. But then again, you have that remnant, you have that leftover. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that leftover, and that's going to be how many seconds? We're going to take that leftover, and we know that's not a full minute. This is 52 that was the full minutes. We have the extra, which is a portion of a minute. So we know that a full minute would be 60 seconds. So we're going to figure out, well, that's 0.5. What portion of the 60 seconds is it? So the portion of the 60 seconds we multiply. 0.5 times 60 gives me 30, and I can use my tick marks there. So that's going to be a full 30 seconds. So therefore, 31.875 degrees is 31 degrees, 52 minutes, and 30 seconds. So it's somewhere between 31 and 32. You go to 31 degrees, go a little bit further, actually nearly 32, because 60, again, 60 minutes will be another full degree, but 31 degrees, 52 minutes, which is nearly a full degree, and then a little bit beyond, not quite 53 minutes, but halfway at 30 seconds. So now let's try some more. Number one, change each angle measure to DMS form. Okay, the first thing you do, take your full degree measure. So we have 15 full degrees. Take your remnant, 0.48. That's 0.48 of a full degree, which is 60 minutes. We multiply, we get 28.8 minutes. So again, take the full part, which is the 28 minutes, and then take the remnant or the leftover, and now let's find out how many seconds. So we have 0.8 of 60 seconds. Multiply that, you get 48. So therefore, we have 48 seconds. So 15 degrees, 28 minutes, and 48 seconds. Let's do another one. Again, first step, take your full degree measures, which is 150 full degrees. Take your remnant and find out what portion of another degree you have. So 0.2 of 60 minutes, and that's going to be 12 minutes, and there's no leftover, so therefore you're finished. There's 150 degrees and 12 minutes and no seconds. Number three, you have again 89 full degrees. Let's take our remnant or our leftover, 0.915, and let's find what portion of a full degree, which is 60 minutes, is that. So let's do 0.915 of 60, and we get 54.9 minutes. And again, that would be a 54 full minutes, but again, you have now some leftover. So we're going to take that 0.9, and that's 0.9 of a full minute, so which would be 60 seconds. 0.9 of 60, that would be 54 seconds. So therefore, that's our leftover. So that's going to be 89 degrees, 54 minutes, and 54 seconds. Number four has 340 full degrees. Let me try again on that degree symbol. Take your leftover, which is 0.375. So we have 0.375 of another degree, which is 60 minutes. 0.375 times 60 gives you 22.5 minutes. So now we have a full 22 minutes. And then we have, again, some more leftover. So take that leftover 0.5 of 60, or a full minute, which would be 60 seconds, 0.5 times 60 gives you 30 seconds. So therefore, that would be the number of seconds. 340 degrees, 22 minutes, and 30 seconds. Number 5, you have 48 full degrees, and then the leftover 0.526 of another degree, which is 60 minutes. When you multiply it, you get 31.56 minutes. So that would be 31 full minutes. And then we're going to take our 0.56, which is our leftover. So that'd be 0.56 of another minute, which is 60 seconds. 0.56 times 60 gives you 33.6 seconds. And now we're not going to go into another one. We could go into milliseconds and all that, but we're just going to take this 33.6, and you can either leave it as 33.6 or you can just round that up to about 34 seconds. Number 6, again, you have 273 full degrees. Now, had this been a negative, now let me share something with you. If this is a negative, you would have went ahead and put the negative there and then completely ignore the negative from there on out. So don't worry about that. So let's take the extra 0.771 of another full degree, which would be 60 minutes. Multiply it, you get 46.26 minutes, which again is a full 46 minutes with some leftover. Take the leftover 0.26, multiply it by 60 seconds, and you get 15.6 seconds. And again, that 15.6 could just be rounded up to 16 seconds. Number 7. Again, you have 105 full minutes, or full degrees, excuse me. The 0.394 is your remnant or your leftover, and that'd be 0.394 of another degree, which is 60 minutes. So let's multiply and see what we get. And that's 23.64 minutes. So we're going to take our 23 minutes, take the leftover 0.64, multiply it by 60 seconds, and you get 38.4 seconds. And again, we're just going to round that down to 38 seconds. Number 8. 318 full degrees. Take the 0.812, multiply it by 60 minutes to find out how much of another degree we have. And I get 48.72 minutes, which is 48 full minutes. Take the 0.72, multiply it by 60 seconds, and you get 43.2 seconds. So that would be another 43 seconds. Okay, next up, we're going to be working these backwards. Now let's convert them, converting DMS to decimal degrees. Follow the example below to convert 73 degrees, 9 minutes, and 50 seconds to degree measurements. Now, all we have to do here is remember what fraction a degree is of a minute is of a degree, and a second is of a degree. So in this example, I know that I have 73 full degrees. And then I have another, again, portion. I have 9/60ths of another degree. And then the 50, you got to be careful about the 50 though. That's not 50/60ths of a degree. That's 50/60ths of a minute. So therefore, remember how many seconds there were in a degree, because we're trying to change these or try to convert these back to degrees now. Since there are 3,600 seconds in a degree, then that would be 50/3600ths of another degree. So you have 73 full degrees, 9/60ths of another degree, 50/3600ths of another degree. Let's change both of those to decimals, and there's what you get. So therefore, we have 73 full degrees plus you have 0.15 of another degree plus you have 0.0139 of another degree. Add all those together, and 73 degrees, 9 minutes, and 50 seconds would equal 73.1639 degrees. So now let's do some more of these. Now you can actually, let me show you how you can just type this thing straight into your calculator. You have 37 full degrees plus you have 36 minutes, which is 36/60ths of another degree. You can simply type this straight into your calculator instead of having to change it to decimals and then do each step separately, and just hit enter and it's going to give you the answer, which is 37.6 degrees. The next one, 315 degrees, would be 315 degrees plus 8 minutes would be 8/60ths of another degree. Make sure you put that in parentheses if your calculator does not know order of operations, and you're going to get 315.1333 degrees. Number 11. Now we have some degrees, minutes, and seconds. So you have 84 full degrees. You have 52/60ths of a degree with the 52 minutes. Plus you have 18/3600ths of a degree with the 18 seconds. Add all those together and you get 84.8717 degrees. Number 12 gives you 121 full degrees plus 4/60ths because you have 4 minutes plus 45 seconds would be 45/3600ths. Add those together and you get 121.0792 degrees. Number 13, 310 degrees plus 28 minutes is 28/60ths plus 20 seconds would be 20/3600ths. Add it together and you get 310.4723. 8 minutes 34 or 8 degrees for 34 minutes and 16 seconds. 8 full degrees. 34 minutes would be 34/60ths plus 16/3600ths because there's 3,600 seconds in a degree, and that gives you 8.5711 degrees. The last two, 50 full degrees plus 14/60ths of a degree plus 56/3600ths of a degree. Add all those together and you get 50.2489 degrees. And finally, the last one, 253 full degrees plus 46/60ths of another degree plus 5/3600ths of another degree. Add those together. Let me make that look like a 4. Add those together and you get 253.7681 degrees.